right? We're all about schedules, we're all about LTPs, we're all about parades, and all these different things. You think of golden buzzwords. You think of things like, oh, well, obviously he's charismatic. Somebody's intelligent. Somebody's strong and fit and fast. They're at the front of the pack in everything that they do, right? That's what we think of when we think of leaders. But I think at the center of every successful leader, there's something else. A not so sexy term. It's called time management. Time management is literally at the center of every efficient and productive leader you've ever met in your life. The Albert Einsteins of the world, Barber, all these different people that you think of, when you think of good leaders, effective leaders, it's time management. Whatever other skills they have, it's all about time management. So this is a presentation brought to you by your #1 high-speed clerk of the regiment. Okay. So I have 3 tips for you today. Tip number 1, you have to schedule everything. Sort out everything in your life. Okay, we have so much going on in our lives. We got so much. We got LPPs, we got parades, we got everything in our lives. We got class, and then we got RTC, and then we got meetings. How are we going to possibly remember all this without checking the transcript every 5 minutes? You're going to forget. So don't forget. Google Calendar is your Lord and Savior. Okay? Google Calendar is the #1 tool I would recommend if you're going to schedule your day out. So this is an example schedule for one of my weeks. This is probably me next week. So you think it matters that I put the fact that I have class in there? No. I know when I have class. I know when I have LTP. I know when we have parade. But it's not about scheduling what you're going to do in a day. It's about scheduling what free time you have. Okay? So I put circuits SI on there. Why? Because maybe I want to go study circuits at that time. Because I know I have free time. See, the problem is we don't know how to manage the free time that we have. We just know we go to class, and then after that, we kind of figure it out from there, right? That's what happens. And that's how we end up losing so much time and losing sleep. Second tip I have for you. Write it all down. Write everything down that you can, because you will forget. Schedule everything out. Now I know make Google Calendar, that's something I look at on a week-to-week basis. But look at making one of these. Make a schedule each day. You ever heard the old adage, work tends to fill the time allotted? Well, that's what happens when you have an hour and you're like, well, what do I do with this? Do I study? Do I do something? And then 30 minutes pass, and then what's happened? What have you accomplished? What have you done with that hour? And I used to waste so much time just thinking about what I was going to do. So what you want to do, again, does it matter that I write the fact that I have physics at 8 o'clock every morning? No, it doesn't matter. You know that you have class. It's about times like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. It's knowing when you have free time to accomplish things, to say, hey, what do I have to do? Because you wrote everything down that you have to do, right? You wrote down every opportunity that you have, right? So you got a career fair coming up. Okay, you know this runs from this time. Maybe you'll stop by. Well, what if you forget? That's why you write it all down. So this is an example from 26th of September, about a month ago. From 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, I wrote down, I got to see Sergeant High Speed. I got to see the fabulous Miss Redmond. I got to do all these different things. Well, how could I possibly get all of it done? Well, I knew exactly what I had to do. I didn't spend 30 minutes thinking about what I had to do. I said, this is what I have to accomplish. I wrote it all down. Guess what? I got it done in under 30 minutes. And I had 30 minutes to go take a nap, watch YouTube. It's good. It's a good time. But you have to establish the time that you have. And if you don't establish the time that you have, you're going to lose it. And then you're going to be like, well, you have to get it done anyway, right? So you have to use every moment. Do not waste a minute. Every minute is precious. Sleep is for the most productive people. My squad sergeant last year said, Barber, you had from taps to 0530 to do all the stuff you were supposed to do. You don't need sleep. Sleep's for the weak. People are going to tell you that. They're at your lives. They're going to tell you sleep is for the weak. You don't need it. Well, let me tell you something. Sleep is like it's a form of like categorization for your brain. Okay? If you don't give your brain time to categorize information, what do you think is going to happen to it? It's going to be a cluttered mess in the morning when you've only had 2 hours of sleep. You don't work out the day before a PT test, do you? Why would you study? Why would you cram everything into a day before a test or an exam? So why? Sleep. You need sleep. And the school is not very good about giving you time to sleep. But that's why you use tip 1 and tip number 2. That way you give yourself time to sleep. See, the other side of what my squad sergeant said is he's right. I had time to do it. I shouldn't use my sleeping time to do it. I should have used all the other time that I had to get done what I needed to get done. I should have organized my time properly. There's no excuse for it. If you have a lot of time in your day, it may not seem like it, but you have to get sleep. If you don't get sleep, you're not productive. So these are 3 short tips I have, but they're meaningless unless you apply them. Discipline is the difference between what you want now and what you want most. Time management is just a skill. It's like anything else. It's like learning to speak well, practicing speaking. It's like practicing math or writing essays. You have to practice. You have to put these skills into practice, because you can go and make a fabulous Google Calendar. I can show you how to do that, and even set it to repeat, so you never have to put in any of your classes ever again if you really want to use it. But if you never look at it ever again, what's the point? What's the point of establishing a schedule if you don't follow it? What's the point of saying, hey, I'm going to do this, and you don't actually do it? You don't set out to accomplish a goal and then just say, all right, okay, well, I'm going to do it, but then you never actually make steps to do it. And time management is the first step. It's the first step in your journey here. The best leaders I have ever known at this school are the ones who manage their time most effectively. Yeah, they could be charismatic, they could be smart, but I guarantee you, it's not about being intelligent. It's not about being better than anybody else or just naturally amazing. All comes out of time management. People you think are geniuses, they're probably not. They probably just use their time very, very well. So put it all into practice. Don't let a minute go to waste, because one day, you're not going to have it anymore. You're going to wonder where all that time went, where all those opportunities went. You could have done something with your life. That's why you're here. To learn to be leaders. The first step in your leadership journey, it's not about learning to yell loud. It's not about learning to be charismatic. You got to manage your time first, or else you cannot manage other people.